All of these groceries cost $110 at Winco. And it is going to feed 2 adults for 2 weeks when combined with fridge, pantry, and freezer staples. So I thought I would just walk you through what all of these groceries are and how I'm going to use them. So first, a quick word about Winco Foods. It is a worker-owned company that is similar to Costco in that you can get foods for wholesale prices. The difference between Winco and Costco is whereas Costco, you need to buy giant things of your food, at Winco, you can buy smaller quantities of the food at the wholesale prices. Unfortunately, Wincos are not available everywhere in the US, and I don't think they're available anywhere outside the US at the moment. But if you happen to have a Winco near you, you should definitely check it out because you can get some amazing deals there. Okay, first I'm going to talk about the meat because this is going to be the building block for most of our meals throughout the next couple of weeks. This is an 8-pound pork shoulder roast, and if you buy it vacuum sealed like this and in a bigger quantity, it tends to be a lot cheaper. This is only about $1.50 per pound. It didn't come from the happiest pigs, not gonna lie. It makes me feel sad, but I always buy what I can afford. At the moment, I cannot afford very expensive food, and I try to forgive myself when I fall short of what I'd like to do. But anyway, this is going to be the basis for carnitas. I'm gonna make a big batch of carnitas, which is gonna go into tacos and burritos. And I'm also gonna use some of it for pineapple fried rice. And then any leftover that I have, and I probably will have a couple pounds left over, I will freeze for later use. So to go in the carnitas itself and in the tacos and burritos and quesadillas and other things that we eat, jalapenos. To supplement our proteins, some pinto beans. One great thing about Winco is you can buy, I got this in the bulk section in the bins. You can do this in other grocery stores as well. But yeah, great price. It was less than $1 a pound. I think it was like 75 cents a pound for these pinto beans. Pinto beans are always the cheapest, I find. I got these limes. Look how big they are. And they were only 25 cents a piece. The limes at Winco are usually quite cheap. And we'll use these in the carnitas and the tacos and the burritos, etc. Also the Thai pineapple fried rice. Another ingredient that's gonna overlap in both the pineapple fried rice and all the Mexican food I'm gonna be cooking is the cilantro. Also a very good price at Winco. It was only about 50 cents. At mainstream grocery stores, it's often like $1 to $2. Scallions, this is for the Thai pineapple fried rice. Also a great deal at Winco. These were only about 50 cents. A white onion for the carnitas. So also for the burritos and also quesadillas, I got all these Mexican imported tortillas. One thing I love about our Winco in particular, this is not going to be true of all Wincos, but our Winco in particular, because we live in an area with a sizable Mexican population, we have a great Mexican grocery aisles, multiple aisles, and a huge variety of tortillas. And these were not the cheapest, but this is the brand that we happen to like. So lots of tortillas. We're going to use these for burritos. We're going to use these for quesadillas. Again, this is 2 weeks for 2 adults, so about 24 tortillas. Our cheeses to go with our quesadillas and our burritos. I got some Monterey Jack cheese. This is Winco brand, so it was only about $6 for this giant block. And some cotija. Now, this is something that I've just started doing to really conscientiously try to get more veggies and fruits in our diet. If you're eating something like burritos that, you know, it has some healthy stuff in it, like pinto beans, but a lot of it is, you know, cheese and things that are not as healthy for you, and like flour tortillas, I just roast broccoli and just serve it on the side of anything that we eat. Even if it doesn't necessarily, you know, go with the thing that I'm cooking, it's delicious. We both love roasted broccoli, and it's a great way to get in our daily 5. And I also got this giant bag of Brussels sprouts, same deal. I'm gonna just saute these and serve them on the side of whatever we happen to be eating to make it healthier. So also, speaking of being healthy, this is a 5-pound bag of carrots. I'm going to juice these. It is delicious, and carrots are also quite cheap and quite nutritious. And then to supplement the carrot juice, I'm using oranges. I also have some ginger in the fridge that I bought last time I went grocery shopping. I might add that in there as well. It makes it absolutely delicious, adds even more nutrition to the drink, and oranges are in season, so oranges. So speaking of daily 5 and juicing, this is a a 1.5 pound bag of baby spinach. It only cost me like $4.50. It's a great value at Winco. I'm gonna juice this with these apples. It adds more water to the spinach, so it just makes it easier to juice, and it makes them absolutely delicious. For juicing apples, I basically just get the cheapest sweet apple that they have at the store. These are Fuji's. I do not like eating Fuji's, but they're great juiced. They were less than $1 a pound. Bag of green grapes. We love snacking on these, and they're very hearty and they're good in the refrigerator, so they last a lot longer than a lot of other fresh fruit. And bananas, the ubiquitous fruit for people. My husband likes eating these, I like eating these, and if they get ripe and we don't eat them on time, I freeze them and turn them into smoothies. 2 yellow onions. These are just, you know, great building block for lots of recipes. A 10-pound bag of russet potatoes. I'm probably not going to get through all of these in the 2 weeks. This is an investment for the next month or two. I'm going to fry these in rendered animal fat. A lot of the pork fat that comes out of that pork shoulder, I'm probably going to use to fry these potatoes. And I'm going to serve them with some apple and pear sauce that I made last week. That'll make a really good breakfast for me. Speaking of breakfast, bacon. Bacon is usually a lot cheaper if you buy it in bigger packaging. It's also cheaper if you buy it as ends and pieces, which is often how I buy it, but this bacon is going to be eating bacon. It's not going to be recipe bacon. It's not going to go chopped up into soups or stews or anything. So I got the sliced kind, and I did get a bit of a better brand. This is a local brand, so it's a little more expensive, but these pigs were probably a little happier, and I feel a little better about that. I don't actually have plans to eat this week. This is just, bacon's just a staple in our refrigerator this time of year. If we don't eat it, I'm probably going to freeze it. And then a half gallon of milk. Dairy and eggs are some of the ingredients that I do try to buy the organic versions of because the animals are treated better. Some Greek yogurt. I like Greek yogurt, but also I am on antibiotics right now for my infected wisdom tooth, so probiotics are good for that. And then last but not least, 3 2-liter Cokes for my husband's Coke habit. Now you might be looking at these 3 liters of Coke and thinking to yourself, wow, that is a lot of Coke for one person to drink in just 2 weeks. Believe it or not, he used to drink this much in just 1 week. He has been cutting down on his habit, and I'm really proud of him. So this is just for 2 weeks for him now. So that is basically it. This will last us a couple weeks when combined with some other ingredients. I have some pineapple in the freezer for the pineapple fried rice. I have some rice in my pantry for the pineapple fried rice and the burritos. I have some spices, and I have some leftover salsa and hot sauce. I have some eggs that I already bought last week. So all these things combined will feed 2 adults for 2 weeks. And for $110 in this economy, that is pretty dang good. Happy New Year, everyone. I hope you're all staying safe and warm and eating well. Bye bye.